Welcome to Deep Thought. Much about you is known by your zip code. And let me shout out one of my supporters, Fit for Freelancing. He had a comment on a video last week when I was talking about the environment will create lifestyle changes. And I like how he said, there was one sentence in his comment. He said, it's crazy that you can start to predict people's health risk by their zip code. It matters that much. And I said he inspired me to do a video. Because you know how I am about people requesting stuff, but I can always be inspired if you make a profound comment. Because it's bigger than just a health risk. So much is determined by different forces in society just based on your zip code. I mean, most of us who are older, they should be familiar with redlining, where they can look at your zip code and decide, oh, this is how much we'll give you in a loan if we're going to give you a loan. And it's usually along racial lines. Now, here's the thing. Understand something. The government and other forces, they can track a whole lot. As I've said several times, I worked in the government. And let's just say one place I worked, well, I'll tell you. I can't tell you exactly everything I did, but I worked at the voting section of the Civil Rights Division of the United States Department of Justice. And I could tell there were maps there. If you knew what the information to put in, you could tell the racial makeup of any zip code right down to the census tract. And in fact, the reason I even shared that much is if you know where to look and you have a bit of money, you have some money, you can find some information about any region. In fact, when you have stores that are built in certain areas, it's not happenstance. It's not happenstance. In fact, on my money channel, I talk about, pay attention to what's being built in your area. Yeah, because if a high-end store is built in your area, that's because someone knows that people have a certain amount of money, incomes, and also taste live in that area. Like, let me speak about taste and everything. One thing, if you have like those store cards where you get discounts on certain things, trust me, that's going to somewhere. Everything is tracked. Like what type of stuff is being like sold in this particular neighborhood? What's the racial group? What's the income? And even down to maybe how educated the people are. There's a lot that is tracked. And this is information you can find if you know where to look. This is just regular information. I can talk about the theys having that information, but shoot, you can just, in fact, I would tell you to do this. Wherever you live, put that into Google. Just Google it. Google whatever your city is. They can tell you the demographics. There's something there. Education, average age, racial group, everything. Maybe even the religion. See, one thing with something like the census, people think it's just counting people, but, it's voluntary information that you're giving away. And then if we take it to another level, you take something like Facebook and a lot of social media, it's always some tracking. Indeed, you can be tracked. Just by your cell phone, by your smartphone. Because there's been plenty of people. I remember when I was coming up, the big thing was about putting a chip into you. That was the big thing. And I think there's still some talk about that, and some people have actually been chipped. But I said that, I think I said that in a video, either here or on my main channel. The theys don't need to do that anymore. All they have to do is give you offer you a good smartphone plan. Because think about it, everything is being tracked on here. And if you really read what some of the apps are saying, they can mic you and everything. That's why I've noticed, in fact, I joked on here about that. I remember one time I was just thinking about a Rolex. Just thinking about it. Just thinking about a Rolex. And then all of a sudden I got on IG and I get all these Rolex ads. I'm like, wait a minute. I ain't even say it out loud. And I'm still wondering about that. I was like, I didn't look one up. All I ain't do anything. Just thought about it and I'm getting it. Now that's something deeper. But here's the thing. Getting back to the whole zip code thing, so much is known. Because, and I even, I believe I was doing something with cable. And some cable customer service say, hey, it can be a different price in your cable depending on where you live. I don't think they were supposed to tell me that. But it was a sister. And she, she probably say, oh, okay, this is a brother. I can talk about that. Boom. It's amazing. It is interesting. Because I'm going to tell you what, this is very much a surveillance society. This very much is. Good or bad. I mean, they're already working out the facial recognition stuff. And so much is known. Now, it's not always necessarily nefarious. It could probably turn nefarious if it has to. That's why I find it funny when I, read or hear about people talking about some like Civil War or something like that. I'll say, man, they'll track you down before you even got started. Why would you do that? Seriously. But, one of the things is just understand is the main thing, though, ain't even for like to prevent a revolution. The main thing is know where to make money. When businesses build like some high-end store builds in your neighborhood or something, or some neighborhood, they already know what's there. They already know what's there, who's likely to buy stuff. When they have certain products in certain neighborhoods, but it could be the same chain store, but at the chain in the better neighborhood, better food. At the chain in the worse neighborhood, the worse food. In fact, if you go through their goods, you'll probably find different products. Maybe not the major stuff, but different products. And that's how deep it is. And it's something to think about. Really. It's a lot of, I'll just say it's a lot of tracking. Even what I'm recording this on, this is going to the cloud. No telling who's looking at it. They hearing it before all of y'all. So anyway, though, well, it's something to take in consideration. Let me know what y'all think about all of this, all right? And once again, thank you to Fit for Freelance for inspiring this particular video. So, and that's something in general. Don't ask me to do anything. But if you say something profound, I might be like, let me talk about that. Hey, so anyway, that's all I have for now, y'all. But think on this. Talk to y'all. Peace and blessings.